Man, what a fun time to be a part of this industry. Honest to God, man. Like we just been getting our feet wet, just getting started. This is just the beginning of the Badge Bros, man. And it's so beautiful to wake up every single day, scroll on that black and yellow dog app and just see new stuff, new information, new content, new contests. It's incredible. We got football before the draft is even going to happen coming next Friday. We got all the baseball in the world to draft right now. We got daily hoops. We got golf. It's incredible, man. Like if you think back a couple years ago, like MLF 10s were like the only best ball thing going on for football, right? And now it's like we're going to draft before the draft, then we're going to draft after the draft, then we're going to draft just some rookies and sophomores before the draft. Like it's incredible, man. $1 million guaranteed big board contest coming next week. Like holy shit, man.
Crazy how things have really just as we've expected. This app, this format, just this fantasy format. I guess I already said just to take off like we expected, but to see it actually come to fruition is just like kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, like GMs, happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna have a fun one today. Just stream a bunch of stuff, bunch of drafts. That's what we're about today. A bunch of drafts.
It's a good day when Numi's back, man.
Yeah, welcome back, dude. How's the cat doing? What's good?
We're doing good. We're doing better. Yeah, we had we went in yesterday for won't get into the details for an issue. The issue we went in for was good until they it was a weird thing. He's getting surgery on February 22nd, getting his teeth removed. So they needed to get his like a blood scan to make sure they can go under antibiotics and all that stuff and get that. So they get a blood drawn. I mean, so they did that, came back and were like, yo, not yo, but they were like, there's two doctors.
That's just like, yo, dude.
Yo, surgery brother. Now.
Yeah, yo, check out this X-ray, yo.
Backward hat and all.
Yeah,
skateboard on the shoulder, everything. No, so two doctors came in, and the two doctors come in, and they I mean, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, and they both have like clipboards, and they're like looking at me in a deep, like you can tell when someone's looking at you deep, and I'm like,
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're like, hey, like they explained that he had a hereditary issue that basically it's causing some lining that's not getting something there, so it's causing blockage, and that's what you're thinking, and blah 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 blah. So they had to quick go in and do it, and they said he'll be fine, but still sitting there all of a sudden you weren't expecting that. So like 2 hours later,
to go from the extreme of like, hey, like we think we're in the clear here, we're getting good news, to being like, yo, emergency surgery.
Yeah, like we were good, like everything was good, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna take him real quick and be right back, and then it'll be on your way, and then that. So so then that happened, but he's good, back resting, doing his thing.
Good.
Just he literally been vibing, hanging out. So yeah, everything is well, but yeah, took that off and I took the quick little to the vet, like I called it 9:50 my time, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden I'm just like, yo, that we can get you in today. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Like,
yeah, do it.
More important.
So yeah, figure on that. Yeah,
but we're back, and yeah, everything's looking up, and that should clear up everything, and he should be good to go. This is like a common. I can go get. I mean, no one cares, but it's a common thing. So the medical term, but yeah.
Anyway, we care about your cat, man. We
care. Yeah. No, not enough. You know what I mean? Not enough. I'm the type of guy that's like, okay, oh yeah, now that I'm explaining it, I need to like really explain it. Yeah, but yeah, you guys get the gist. So yeah,
we got it.
I appreciate everyone.
Yeah, I'm glad he's doing good.
Yeah, that's the main thing, right? That's the main thing.
100%. So
get that vet bill out of the way. Let's go win a couple pick'ems right now.
Get
that vet bill
baby. I was literally gonna come in and say, hey John, like, do you think we could do like maybe a couple extra pick'ems today? Like maybe get those Tyler Hero locks. I don't know. We should have just went. If there was over fantasy points, he clearly would have hit that. But
we were close. At least we nailed that one.
Who was it that lost it? I didn't even check.
LeBron lost it. Vooch lost it.
Okay.
LeBron and
See,
Vooch
I didn't
fell
even. I didn't
flat.
do the.
Two of John's picks.
Hey, whoa! The absolute locks of the century. Vooch's Cavs and LeBron scoring narrative absolutely fell flat on their face. And then all the ones from the chat smashed.
Well, didn't Vooch like miss by like a point or two? Like not even a point?
Yeah,
I know
it
you guys
was
were-
very
it was
close.
close. It was close.
It was very close.
Because I had him in my own pick 'em later on. It was really, really close.
And
so.
Melo missed by like 7, but
He got ejected.
Yeah, he did. He got
Really?
ejected, so he would have still got. Yeah, that was a tough thing.
Oh, that's a bad beat. That's a bad
Yeah, so
beat. We need a refund.
Vooch got
That's not on us.
43.4, and he got 43.4, and he had a 43.95 prop. So, and then Melo got ejected. So I had to pick him that Davis hit, and then I had those two in it with Ball and Vooch like later just to pick 3, and I'm like, oh well, that's just a run bad, but we're on with it. So that's just funny.
Oh shoot! I had to restart my computer and rehook up the camera and all that stuff after that crap. But I had a nice little visual for this, but we're gonna have to just go with the Underdog website here. Let's just jump into hoops. Let's just jump in right now. Giannis broke the slate last night. Not much to say there. The Steph Curry. Would he play? Would he not play? All that 6th round Steph, all that 5th round Steph just didn't matter because he put up 35.
Pool's really trying to make it a pool party. He was really trying to make it a pool party still. He's like, don't worry, guys. You got your trunks. I'll do my best.
Yeah, he's like, yo, guys, I planned this shit all day. I've already had a couple casual wobblies. I got my sunglasses. I got my tanning lotion. And all of a sudden, Steph is like, nah, bro, it's not pool party. And he's like, no, trust me, it's still pool party. And I'm forcing the issue. And they're like, buddy, it's raining outside. And he's like, no, I got this. So trust me, Steph, I got
not trying
this.
to go on it, but you saw the when Poole got Steph ejected, right? You saw that, right?
Oh yeah, when he threw the mouth guard
so when Steph is clamoring for the ball and Poole, the great thing is Poole makes it, but just chucks up just like a 40-footer with a guy in his face and just drains it. And Steph just goes like this. Just throws the mouth guard and they're both clamoring like, oh no. Oh, that was great. Naz, if you haven't seen that,
I haven't. The mouth guard, I have seen that one.
Yeah, the wob 2 angle thing of seeing that and then seeing if you just click down a tweet, Wob puts the angle of seeing Steph like clamoring for the ball and then him shooting it, and then it's just fantastic. It's fantastic content.
It's the best. Yeah, and like he gets ejected for it, and he's like, "No, I'm actually just mad at this fucker right here." Like,
it's so great.
Literally just screaming at my own teammate. Yo, shout out Touch of Green here.
Let's go, man.
Got 3rd last night in the 3-man weave, 2nd in the pucks on Tuesday, and got his badge. That's a hell of a week. I've
been seeing him in the streets quite a bit. So yeah, way to go.
Love to see it. Big congrats there. Hell of a week on the app there. Love it. Today, hoops.
Why don't we have puck? What am I missing right now?
All-Star break.
All-Star break.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do it. Okay.
Sometimes you got to touch ice, Numi. Sometimes you I do. Sometimes you gotta.
Things have changed since you've been gone, man. It's been 2 shows, and now we're out here just pulling knucks.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, I'm like, so we beefed up the prize pools, and then we just don't have any. Yeah, now they're gone. I'm like, what happened? That makes sense. So
there you go, baby Stevie sending some. Yeah, the chat's being real nice. Sending some love your way there, man. Love this community.
Appreciate you guys, really do. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it so much. Yeah, thumbs up for Numi's cat here. What's the guy's name again?
Leo.
Leo.
I got Leo and Frankie. Yeah, they're named after Leonardo DiCaprio. I know. And then the other one, my mom, he had blue eyes, even though I'm like, hey, cats' eyes change from their kittens to their they just change color. She's like, no, Frankie Sinatra, look at those blue eyes. I'm like, all right.
Oh, I like that.
That's cute.
Sounds good. So yeah,
that is cute.
So those are the origins.
Yeah, hoops, man. We got a couple back-to-backs. We got the Embiid Q tag. Yesterday, the front end of these draft boards were absolutely loaded with basically the 3 best fantasy players on planet Earth all playing on the same day. 3 of the 4 or 5 there. And now we kind of just got Embiid on an island, and then you can twist my arm any which way at the 102 today. I can make a bull case for Sabonis, for Dame, for Tatum, for Ball. I can make a bull case for those guys. But we'll start with the back-to-backs. Back end, Charlotte and Indiana both played last night. Like we said, Ball got ejected last night. And then front end stuff. So just noteworthy in case people get goofy with their lineups, knowing that they got to play 2 in a row. Atlanta, Detroit, Houston, Phoenix, Portland, Washington. So a whole bunch of back-to-backs, both front end and back end there. Numi, you put the sheet together. You've been diving in the streets a little bit. What are you liking? What are you seeing? What kind of game environments you liking?
Yeah, so the tricky thing with that and the right off the bat is you can see we're almost in the clear of Q tags today, except we have the 101 and, like you said, clear cut, miles beyond anyone in ceiling in any site you want to go to, in Joel Embiid playing at 10-point favorites on the road against the trying to get the number 1 pick, San Antonio Spurs. So they're one of the 3, if like they're the 4 that just continue to just try and tank. So yeah, I don't know. It's really tricky because if he's clear cut the best play on the slate, you know what I mean? Like 101. But I think you mentioned it before. Don't they play? I didn't check in this, but they might play Sunday against a better opponent than the Spurs.
Yeah, they play Sunday at the Garden.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So it was like Embiid had back-to-backs not back-to-back days, but back-to-back games versus Orlando with a 1-day break. Then they have the Friday in San Antonio and then back in
they do play in the Garden,
Mecca
correct,
on Sunday afternoon.
So me trying to bro science it and think it's so tough early in the morning because it's like you don't want to pass up on this. You can't. It just feels like you can't. You're a fool to pass up on the Joel Embiid for someone else. But then it's like you're sitting there like I'm really thinking he sits. Right. Like there's just no reason to play him. But then again, like there's no reason to play him back-to-back games against the Magic. Granted, they did lose the first one and he was in, kind of got the foul trouble, came back, whatever. So that's the first thing.
And the Wagner narrative. I was surprised nobody knew the Wagner narrative.
I don't. And I don't even think Chip did.
Okay.
So you'll have to explain.
Embiid hits a bar one night with this girl. He's hanging out with her, whatever.
Is this facts?
This is facts. This is straight facts. It's out there on the internet.
When you start off with
if
something
it's on
like
the
that,
internet,
I have to know. I like this sounds like fabricated out of John's imagination.
Classic
like
John
straight
story.
Yeah, like he saw this on TMZ or something.
Boys.
Picture this.
Imagine this.
So, okay.
Play action.
Dude, you don't understand. I wake up to that with night sweats. It'll be 1 a.m. and all of a sudden I'll wake up and I'll just be a ghost above me like,
touchdown.
Did you picture it? Picture this. And I'm just like, I've been picturing it for weeks.
Okay. I'm sorry. But yes, this actually happened. So he's out.
Yeah. So Mo Wagner, not Franz, Mo. And they're at the bar one night and he, starts talking up Embiid's girl. Embiid goes away, comes back, girl's gone, Mo's gone, goes into like a back of a limo with like, whatever. Embiid comes out thinking he's getting a ride home with the fellas or whatever, opens the door of the limo. Embiid and the girl are in there not sharing drinks in the
Wagner?
back.
You mean Wagner and the girl?
What? Mo, yeah, Mo.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said he
Wagner.
opened the door.
Oh yeah, no,
Embiid
Embiid opens the door.
Roger.
And he and the girl are in there, not Embiid and the girl. Yeah.
Okay. Not sharing drinks. Okay.
Not sharing
All
drinks.
Right.
Yeah. A little.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah. So then there was always a little bad blood and it would get like talked up a little bit.
I've never heard that. I will have to look that up. Yeah.
I'm like 85% certain it's true.
I'm like 85% certain. We're gonna need Detective Nez to go on a little like deep dive and figure this out for us.
Let me see if this is on like Broad Street or something. Let me call some buddies.
There you go. Do a deep dive for us and get the facts.
Yeah,
I don't deal in facts and logic, boys. I just deal with I heard this story. It's an electric story. I'm running with it.
That's fair. But yeah, no, that's the one thing that I think is your if you want to know right away how you want to handle that. For what it's worth, I'm still grabbing them. If I get the 101, I'm just hoping I don't get the 101 in these drafts until I know more. But I mean, yeah. So, and then you can also play the narrative right off the bat. If you think he's sitting, which I do, I also think Harden is just a nice smash pick that I'm kind of always taking there, regardless. He's 6'7" in ADP, so he's right along with what you take him at the turn. But yeah, that's like just the one thing I wanted to get off the bat with that Joel Embiid. Otherwise, we're looking at the now chronic Rudy Gobert Q tag, where it's just nonstop. Now he has the LeBron Q tag. Get used to it now.
Right.
But we saw him get ruled out that one time, or just last game. I mean, not that one, literally just last game where it wasn't a fake. So I don't know. It's easy. It's easy for Rudy because if there's no Rudy, just swap Nas. That's simple.
Unless you fall asleep like me and forget to set the rankings.
Yeah, or you're just you're in the chat like us, trying to like 7th level galaxy brain and be like, but this isn't the right matchup. So let us slow-mo. And then I'm also sitting there with Chad, like, but what if Jaden McDaniels is also? And then so I put Nas third, and I'm just anyway. But now I'm just like, okay,
layers on layers.
So yeah, I just wanted to say that for the Q tags. And then Jeremy Grant is in there with concussion-like symptoms. So I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. I assume
that's important because Nurk's already out.
Yes, so their 4 and their 5 would be out. Their starting 4 power forward and their starting 5 would be out, which would then in place. Forget what's his name, Eubanks, and then there's that. There's a couple power forwards there, but there's one that I'm missing right off my head.
They might play small, and you get a bunch of like Simons and stuff like that too. No.
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's
might just run with 3 like that.
But Grant is definitely like who gets the biggest bump, right? Or no?
Well,
yeah, if he goes,
he has the concussion-like symptoms. I don't know how to read that, and that's like they took him out. Like I'm assuming once with the Tua situation has upped every concussion protocol is what my thought is. My hope is
the optics of it definitely.
So that's my thought. But like, so you have that. That's the only big ones, and then you have Jabari Smith of the Rockets as another QT. Those are the main Q tags.
Jabari kind of matters because of the splits for Sengun when he's out. When both him and Kevin Porter are out, the Sengun splits are insane, and there's no Jalen Green right now.
Yeah, so it's even better. So if I were to bring up, I'll get that the exact splits, but. That's really interesting in the fact that if Jeremy Grant doesn't go, you're looking at Kristaps Porzingis with their backup 4 and 5 in there of Eubanks and whatever. So it's against Portland to make it. So that's like the major points there, and then you can see there the highest total games in Atlanta, Utah, Charlotte, Detroit, which is that's hilarious that Detroit actually is in like a good fantasy friendly matchup just because both of these teams are so god awful. They're so bad. The
problem with Detroit is it's so hard to project their minutes on any given night. It's so hard to know what they're going to do with like Alec Burks, Jaden Ivey. It's so
even if you do you want them?
Yeah, I mean, in this game environment, I'll buy.
In this one, against Charlotte, but any other game, it's like I don't care because I don't want them.
No, I've been doing Brogdon in the 6th right now. I really like that.
Yeah, and Brogdon's being so the little thing about the recency bias, you can kind of play the games in that is Brogdon was averaging like 32 minutes like the 4 last games. Before that, and then all of a sudden, I think it was the big blowout, so he gets 21 or something like that and doesn't really get there. It was the blowout against the Nets, so like all of a sudden now he's being pushed down because like artificially you can just see like literally, but in that, so that's interesting.
Is it finally Brogdon season?
But the thing about Brogdon is like you can look at those
all year.
Look at that. Look at that total game compared to just everything else. You know what I mean? Like the total game. I haven't looked in pace, but I'm assuming it's 2 slower paced teams. Boston has the better defense. Phoenix is in shambles right now. I mean, they're just without Booker, they just look lost. So yeah, that's just really interesting there.
If by lost you mean Mikal Bridges looks like the greatest player on earth, then yes, they're very lost to me.
He's gonna Bridges is gonna play 49 minutes in a 48-minute game. So
honestly, all-star snub Mikal Bridges.
Man, no, De'Aaron Fox got snubbed is absolutely hilarious. That's sad.
Oh yeah.
At this point, I've heard like 12
wrong
different
brother.
snubs, man. Like
Wrong
just
brother.
let the guys
Okay.
who got in get play.
I'm hitting on 3 things in the chat real quick here.
Okay.
I really like Sabonis today, like Chip's saying. I really think Harden can be pushed up all the way to the 102 if we expect Embiid not to go. Plus the Harden being snubbed from the All-Star game narrative. I love that so much. Touch of green. I'm going to make an evergreen video. It's so overdue for me to make a swaps video. I'll make a swaps video. But basically, once the contest starts, there's a rankings tab in there. If you set custom ranks prior to drafting, those ranks just get ported over. And then it's kind of a reverse snake draft that takes place behind closed doors at the start of every window of these games based on when they're ruled out. So if a player gets an out tag prior to that Charlotte-Detroit game, you can swap to any player from all of the remaining games as long as they're ranked highest in your list. Granted, if someone else has a swap, then it goes in pecking order, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Does that make sense? That was like the quick bro
there you
science.
go. Clip that. There's the evergreen video. It's done.
Yeah. We could do like a more in-depth one. But that was a good, like, quick little...
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And if you have any more questions, man, just hop in the Discord because we're always there
you
trying
could
to help people out.
Yeah, you could hop in there. I mean, right now, and you'll get probably 3 people immediately typing ready to answer the question. So over, and they'll have the same right answer. So yeah, great place.
Let's draft hoops.
That Sengun Sengun like split that you were mentioning is so he gets a 0.18 underdog point per minute bump, 0.1% usage, so not much usage. Now, this is small sample. You got to take this all into like the biggest is Tari Eason, who gets that, who is the greatest player on earth. Man, I mean, if you saw Tari,
playing some ball.
If you saw Tari Eason, I mean, 18 points in less than a minute and a half. That's some god tier shit. But no,
that's TJ McConnell.
And don't even get me started on the potential TJ McConnell narrative if Hallie doesn't go. If Hallie
doesn't,
if you get
that's a really good one right now as well because he's way down, buried in the rankings in the 30s there, and we know his ceiling thrust to like top 15 if Hallie doesn't go, coming off the injury, first game back to back. Okay, back to the splits.
Oh yeah, sorry. So you just get Sengun. You get Sengun. He gets he's a 1.4 fantasy point per minute player. After that, again, small sample, but you have Tari Eason, who's a 1.31. I think we go Embiid. We just do it. He'll probably get ruled out unless you want to do someone else. You can, yeah. I'm not gonna lie with you, like,
for the stream.
Sabonis and Dame are kind of my one. Like they're pushing. Like they're both the same person for me. Like Dame is without Grant, without Nurk. Like dude, they could legitimately play the three others in Hart or Simons and Dame. They could just play them the entire game.
Oh,
like
Hart's a good call. Yeah.
And I want to make sure Hart's actually in before I'm talking out of my
your asshole.
Yeah, talking out of my ass because he could be.
That doesn't say anything in 5 minutes. He goes, "You're an asshole."
I got you. Let me fill in your blanks. Pause.
That's what he's there for.
Oh my god.
That's what he's there for.
Oh man, what's up, Nick? How was the Garden last night?
Yeah.
Yo, we're with you here. Ready for baseball season? Absolutely. Yo, pitchers and catchers. Monday after the Super Bowl. Spring training, Feb 24th. It's gonna be electric. It's
the best time of the year.
We got some content planned. We got it planned. Don't worry, guys.
We got some time of the year. This would you just be playing in our houses nonstop. Like when it on February 13th. Just
there's like that is like one of my biggest pet peeves in the world is like Christmas music. December 26th onward.
The bit was for the.
I know, but I just need to get that take out there. Like
I don't listen to that. It was just the context.
Oh, so the people
it's the best day ever, SpongeBob.
The people have just decided to hand us on a silver platter the championship today because this Porzingis with the backup center minutes plus Sabonis from the 101 We are unique, and we got the 2 best players on the slate, IMO. So who do we add to this, boys?
I'm gonna say Siakam.
Siakam? Yeah, it just feels like his name is in a tier above this, but like he just hasn't been playing to that level recently.
So Chip, if you're here, which I mean, I'm not looking at China. The flip has happened. It was crazy. Like at one point, Siakam was that turn. He's been slowly falling, slowly getting to the third. Fred Van has slowly been creeping up, and they flipped. They flipped an ADP. And granted, they're very close in projection, so I mean that's fine. And Chad can bring up what they've done in the last month, and I get that. But like when they flip, and we're talking about a guy that at one point was being taken as like the 102, 103 on some slates, granted small slates, the context, but like even in the top 6.
This slate, for instance, just given the front end picks on this board, he would have been in the 103, 104 conversation 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I totally get how he's been playing, but man, yeah, I love me some Siakam, especially the matchup against Houston. I know they got Şengün, but like, yeah.
Oh man, at the Garden last night, Bam torched him up. Man, I actually hand on the court, John, went for some appetizers and a casual one yesterday, and watched a little bit of the Lakers game and watched a little bit of the end of that Knicks game, getting a feel for my lineups, taking it all in. The end of that Knicks game was insane. Like nobody wanted the ball. They were just firing the thing around, playing hot potato around the court with it, trying to give it away. How do we feel about pairing Beal here? I'm not sure that I love it. Bridges is on a tear.
I think Rudy's one of our picks, even with the Q tag. Like
for what it's
doesn't
worth,
scare me.
For what it's worth, Rudy has had the Q tag every single game for the last, I think it's 8 games since coming back from the groin injury, and he's only sat one of those games with the Q tag. It was the most recent one that he sat.
Yeah, and you could. So I mean, I'm thinking either Beal or Keldon Johnson would be my other one. Keldon's got the narrative where everyone on them Spurs is hurt, including Trey Jones is doubtful now.
He just got ruled out.
Okay,
Trey Jones ruled out. That moves the needle. That's usage needle. Keldon Johnson. Boom.
Yeah, he's scoring tonight.
Oh yeah, he's gonna fill it up.
Because I did not. I don't have my thing. So yeah, he's officially out.
I've never seen Keldon Johnson play basketball in my entire life. In my mind, Keldon Johnson scores like Jalen Green, but he passes sometimes like Hallie. Like kind of like long and lanky and like has like this low release shot.
I don't think he passed.
What does he look like?
What
does he look like?
I'm gonna bring him up. I'm gonna get you his like height and everything. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't.
Okay.
I think
now
anybody,
we know we're in good company.
Yeah.
T-box on Keldon. Of course he's on.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 211. 6'6", 211, and he does not dish it at all. He is not a disher, but he can shoot.
Okay,
he'll chuck it.
6'6", 211.
Correct. 23 years old.
That's bigger than I thought.
Yeah. He's small forward-esque ish.
Oh, okay.
But anybody passes more than Jalen Green, though, even if he doesn't pass.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Let me just look at my boy Jalen Green and just see his assist percentage.
Okay, here, let's finish this last pick here, and then you can do all that fun stuff. Is my boy on there still? Oh no,
he's gone.
What's this dude Eason about, man?
Yeah, Eason kind of nice. What else we like? I've been taking
Buddy. We could do Buddy Hield.
Signing. No, if we're
gonna
do,
he's back. It's a revenge narrative for him too. If he's still popping regardless of with Hallie in there. I mean, I was gonna say Kari. That's fine.
I was gonna say if we were gonna go the Pacers route, I'd rather take a shot on McConnell and we get a midday downgrade on Hallie. How about that narrative, boys?
Yeah, no, see that's the angle that I think is the way to play is to take Hallie as much as you can. Although he's up there, the thing is he's not falling. You're not getting anything like that. It's like once he gets that, I don't know. It's like you have to wait we have to wait to see what happens with Charlotte and Indiana on the back-to-backs. Like I think Gordon Hayward sits because he sat last
Mhm.
back-to-back, played 24 minutes last time, played 24 minutes, 25 last night. It just makes sense for him to sit. And then all the guys on Indiana, like we could get some random like role guards that are all of a sudden out or like questionable, which then will make the slate. It'll impact it quite a bit.
I like it. That is good. That is good.
Basically the same thing. I mean, if Embiid plays, is this? Are you guys just like?
Jeez.
If he plays, are you guys just like eating this L?
I think
tonight.
So. I think so.
You're eating a big fat L if Embiid plays tonight. Like, is it worth it?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it makes it interesting. Like it's just the way you can play. I don't know. I think it definitely it could be very worth it if you do a lot of drafts and you're hedging Embiid not playing by taking guys that are now going to be the up in there for like if Embiid doesn't play, I think it's Sabonis, Tatum, and Lillard that are just interchangeable at the 101, and then everyone moves up, then Harden gets moved up, and then you don't get Harden at that turn, and you can smash Harden here, and you can also do the same thing with like other players. And so I think it's very valuable and it could be worth it. That's the answer. But if he plays, it's like Joker last night where he had no Steph and he had 15 lineups. He goes, I'm dead. And it didn't really matter. But like the thing is with Embiid against the Spurs is we expect that man just to go out there and King Kong it. Like it's Embiid. There's no resistance out there in the Spurs. And speaking of the Spurs, what I wanted to bring up, well, let's make our pick here.
Tatum goes. LaMelo feels safer. Harden feels like LaMelo a higher ceiling if Embiid doesn't go.
LaMelo fouls out. He's still fresh. Going to come out there. I mean, only played the 35 minutes. Didn't get up there to his 36, 39. So he's still got little fresh legs on it. And young little LaMelo.
That extra minute, man. That extra minute. He's feeling good.
But LaMelo might be the only player who looks lazier on the court than Trey. That's my take.
Yeah, he's
when the ball's not in his hands.
Yeah, they're just fucking floaters, and they just like, I don't know. Even when Melo has the ball in his hand, like he kind of looks like an and one mixtape, just like putting it through his legs.
Yeah, that's
like
a good comp. Yeah,
like 10, 15 times before. Like he's not doing anything. He's got incredible handles, but he's not like moving or setting anything up or setting up like a jab step or a lead step. Like he's just dribbling through his legs. I don't know. It's weird. You guys like.
Ant.
Yeah, I think Ant is kind of like a tier break. Trey,
you want to talk about all-star snub?
You want
to talk about you want to talk about putting up a performance against a terrible ass team for an all-star snub? Anthony Edwards, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know. No,
actually, Blake brings up a good point. This one, highlight culture. Like I fully agree with this. Like kids right now, like they're raised on not watching like entire games. They're raised on
that
watching,
Austin
like,
Rivers
like
video. Yeah,
I don't know that one, but they're raised on watching like just like little Instagram like snippets, right? Like
it's Omar's fault. It's Omar's fault.
Austin Rivers put out a just a 1.5 minute thing about that same thing because and he's just like they just don't watch. They don't watch a full game. They don't watch the intricacies of a game and watch how a game. All they do is just go on there and watch a highlight mixtape, and that's all they want to do out there on the court. Like I sent you guys that video of those young kids doing those like, oh my gosh, it's bad. AAU Summit is just a gross.
LaMelo's been like such as that type of player his whole life,
dude. Since he was like 4 years old, like
he's been better. He's been better than everyone else on the court. That's
I mean, they're in high school pointing at the half court line, like that's just like.
He's jacking it up from half at like 8, 9, 10 years old. I remember the first video I saw.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh yeah, this guy's going to the league, and he knew it when he was like fucking 10. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think this guy's gonna auto draft it, but Murray just seems like a nice pick against the Jazz. He's just been getting into form late.
What about Scotty Barnes? You're not into the Scotty?
I mean, I am. I have Murray higher, and I think just
Murray
that match
has zero chance of coming back. Scotty Barnes has a little chance of coming back.
Yes. I want to read these Keldon Johnson splits. He gets a 5% usage bump with these guys off the court. Small sample. Wow. I will say it is extremely small. for all of these guys, like 120 minutes, 200 for the other, but he gets a 5% usage bump, 0.27% fantasy point per minute bump. So he gets a 32.8% usage and a 1.3 fantasy point per minute player. Like, it's pretty
That's
nice.
big. Yeah,
pretty
that
nice.
is big. So we're taking Keldon Johnson next pick, or
I think we squeeze every value we can out of him.
yeah, Chip will take him in the 5th.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's just the way the
Makes
draft
sense.
board. I mean, you can take them there, and then that way you get that. You know what I mean?
Flipping the board, baby.
Yeah, that'd actually be.
Might I ever introduce you guys to a strategy called flipping the board?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that one?
Yeah, why not? Do Keldon. I mean, the difference between him and.
Do you like Chris Paul more though? Like, is Chris Paul like a tier breaker, or is Terry a tier breaker? I don't love putting Terry with Ball, but that's just my like.
We get Chris. So obviously, I don't mind Chris Paul. The matchup isn't great. The pace and the game environment isn't great. He can still get there. 4th round pick.
Nez made a weird sound. He was like, when I said Chris Paul, I starred him. I heard that sound, and I was like,
the guttural noises from you gave me acid reflux when you queued up Chris Paul.
The model started dinging over there, and Nez was like, it does not look like that is a good pick.
You can't take Chris Paul, man. Let Chris Paul beat you. If he's gonna beat you, GG's. But just you can't take Chris Paul.
Yeah, the late night hammer happening at like in an
early
hour before it normally does. Yeah, that's helpful. That's nice. And Embiid being in one of the actually, we're gonna get Embiid game time decision, and we're not gonna know until the other ones tip off. I bet.
That's a good point too. Yeah. One thing that I will say right now is like when we're drafting right now, and you don't see a Q tag between like beside Hallie or Ball or whatever, these guys on the back end of back-to-backs, they do not have to submit their practice or their injury reports yet. So we don't have any info. So even though there's no Q right now, I think there's going to be some Qs popping up come, what's the time? Maybe like 1.
I think it's 1:30 or so 2:30. I don't know the time, but it's in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's 1:30.
I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Chip here. I mean.
So here's the thing that Hallie that I've seen from people talking, other smart heads that I think so. Like they said they waited to bring him back until he was completely healthy. Like he was completely healthy. I brought this up because I thought the same thing. Like why would he not just sit one more game and miss yesterday's game and then just play tonight's game, the revenge game that clearly is going to matter? Like he did, like, you know, he felt slighted.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So like, why would they do that? But then again, it's the NBA and it's yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's my thought is like, if he's completely healthy and ready to go, he played 35. Chad sent me a quote from a beat reporter that said he talked to Hallie. Like he felt fine after the game. Doesn't matter. I don't take that for anything. Like just talked about the game and
it's
all this stuff and how he wants to like, we need to be more focused and we need to regroup. We need to have a quick regroup here is what he put in the quote. So like, I don't know, just looking into that and like, you're probably going to get the Q tag. I'm like 50-50, but like, I'm more leaning. I went from 75-20 to 50-50 thinking, I really don't know.
Russell sounds nice here. I don't know why, but putting him with Edwards.
Yeah, we can do that.
Feel that nice.
The spreadsheets, I think, would agree with that.
Would like Russell or no?
Yeah, I think so.
We could either do that or Plumlee with Ball, and that's fine. I mean, Russell with him, I think is fine.
Plumlee, I'm out on Plumlee. You know why? Because last night I had 0% Plumlee. I had like no Plumlee whatsoever, and for whatever reason, in the 6th round, when I had no Plumlee, and he finally fell all the way back to the front of the draft board with me, and he was ranked below Jared Allen in my rankings, I was like, you know what? I don't have any Plumlee. You know what we're doing with this last pick?
Bogey. Okay.
We could do that. So we could do Boyan, we could do Grant, or we could do what my heart really wants. PJ.
There's your Hallie hedge.
There you go. You can. I mean, he's not an important piece. He's not someone that's gonna. He played 16 minutes, I think, yesterday with him there. He did decent for the minutes that he had. But I think that's contingent on Hallie not playing, and that's the only way TJ becomes viable. But I get the thesis. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's fully a contingency plan. This is drafting Tyler Boyd and hoping T. Higgins dies. Like this is literally that's what that play was right there. That was the full contingency plan. Let's hop another one here. I'm not in the business of waiting to see how other people pick. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. We already drafted the winner.
Doesn't matter. It's
Your
over,
team's-
bud. Yeah. Imagine not taking Keldon Johnson in the 4th and TJ McConnell in the 6th. You're drawing stone fucking dead.
I argue that this does. If you've seen the trade and how it went down in the pieces, Terrence, you would understand that these guys they felt slighted by this trade quite a bit, especially Hallie. This like him getting traded from Sacramento to Indiana meant something for him.
Oh,
So,
dude, that was
Fair
such that
Yeah.
trade was such a big deal for those players and for
Yeah.
those and for those fans, man. These poor Kings fans, like Jesus Christ.
dude, Hallie's so good. He's so
and everybody
good.
knew it. It's not even like not only that, it's like, okay, we fucked up with Marvin Bagley, but we got Tyrese Halliburton, and then you trade Halliburton. Oh my god!
They tried to sell the Domantas Sabonis accusation.
Of course,
and
he's
it's like,
fine, right? I mean, beyond.
he's
fine.
he is someone that you do not almost want on the court on defense. Literally come playoff time because he's that much of a liability, dude. His first season he was 1.7. After his first and second season in defense, he has went down, and now this season he is negative in defense. He's a one-dimensional. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a wizard on offense. Nothing to take away from that, but like other centers are just gonna destroy him, and they do already destroy him.
Yeah.
Sabonis?
And as we're
With
talking
all
about
that being
Sabonis,
said,
all that being said, he scores fantasy points, so we don't care about his defense. But in a me looking at like just people and teams and where players fit, yeah. See, we have people. There's no way he is playing. There's no way he is sitting. It's like that's my head. That's my head every minute.
Hallie just doesn't seem like a guy that
He doesn't seem like a sit dude.
No, he doesn't at all. Like,
and he got named to the All-Star team today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like last night. Yeah,
last night. So he goes out, balls the F out last night, finally comes back, plays really well. Then all of a sudden he gets named to the All-Star game. Then he gets loaded with this revenge game. Hallie, new narrative. That TJ McConnell pick was so dust. I ruined a good team. Hallie, over under 48 fantasy points tonight. Over. Lock of the century.
Dude, I was watching that last night. He's just so fun to watch. I mean, it's so good to have him back. Like,
it's at 44 his on Underdog for his higher lower.
I think that one's in the slip. That we're putting that one in the slip.
All right, let me just bookmark it. Let me bookmark it so we don't forget.
All right. I like it. Man, if you guys see the dog wandering back here, this is the worst haircut you ever seen in your whole life. Oh.
Dude, he looks so good. Look at him. He positioned himself just so you can see.
Look at that.
He looks.
My God.
He's pathetic.
My dad won't stop bullying me because I look good. I look better than him. Jealous.
Oh no, he's like
guys, we almost got LaMelo at 11.
I would have shit myself.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Which way do we want to go here? Do we want to do with the Siakam start again?
Let's do Şengün. Let's just jump.
Oh, where is he?
Şengün.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. I didn't even see him there. I didn't know his ADP was 15. Let's jump the shark, baby.
Got to.
This is right where I have him too. I was hoping we were gonna get one of those guys.
Yeah,
I like that.
Too.
It makes sense. You know what I mean? They should just a little bit, but I mean, all right. I think.
What about
DeJounte? Good UW boy.
What about the big ass shotgun?
What?
Excuse me.
Lowry Markkinen.
That's the big ass shotgun.
Oh, dude, we're playing that at the end of this.
I've never heard this. In
big
my
ass
life.
shotgun look like Lowry Markkinen. Oh my God, we're playing that after this.
I'm too white for that.
Oh my, I'm gonna send the link so you have it for after the show, so that way we can finish the show with big ass shotgun.
Dude, my freaking stand my mic just keeps falling. Like it will not. I'm like tightening it as tight as it goes, and it just keeps slowly falling.
Gotta
chat
keep up that stand.
Yeah, chat. Just watch this slowly come down.
We
Hilarious.
won't stand for this Mr. Good Boy slander. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. He's
looks
over here.
good.
Did you just lock him in a room?
No, I just let him out in the other side of the house. He just
Oh.
run free. I lock him in here for a bit, and then he scratched. He wanted to go. Freedom in his future.
He's gone. See ya. He's already at the dog park. He's halfway there.
Dude, he might be. I can't take him there anymore. I'm too embarrassed. Can't bring him around.
No way.
He's got such a tough look now. He used to be the cute one, the fast one, the athletic one. People were like, "Oh, look at him! He's always stealing the sticks and stuff." Now he's just the one with the bad haircut. It's the toughest of scenes, guys. Nobody thinks about me as the owner when this cut comes to fruition, right? They don't think about the repercussions.
Dude, it doesn't even look bad.
John's standing there drafting some lineups while the
Miles Turner.
other dog
Take Miles
parents.
Turner.
Take Miles Turner. Other dog parents are just chilling, having a good time, and John just like you just hear someone with the dog haircut. John's in the mid draft. He's like, "It's not that bad, okay?"
So what do they normally do with his tail? You had issues with the tail. Do they normally cut it and it's just one little skinny tail, or do they just normally keep it long at the base? Because they kind of
keep it long at the base.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
The shaved at the base is like strange, but I get it. Like give him a little room to poop, but like it looks like a duster.
It's like it does look like a duster. That's the best comp
Oh
I've
my
heard.
god, shit.
Yeah,
They
it's
do it with
literally a
Theodore.
duster.
They do it with my dog all the time.
I think it's like a poodle cut. Like that's the poodle cut is like whatever. And I'm like, this guy ain't a poodle, man. Like he's a Bernedoodle. He's more Bernese than poodle. Come on.
Yeah. I love the Bernedoodles though.
He's normally like we've only had him cut 3 times in his life, and we just found this woman that we loved, and then she just like retired out of the blue like right then and there. I got Keldon still queued up here because of the big usage splits we're talking about.
There we go.
Yeah,
Either Keldon or Bridges.
yeah, or
I still think
Gobert.
Keldon's
Yeah.
the guy. I think
That's a
Keldon-
tough three.
Yeah.
Actually, Mikal sucks and Rudy sucks, so definitely don't let them. You guys don't want to finish up your 5 or 6 with Mikal or Rudy. No way.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm about. See, it's the poodle cut is a tragic look, right? But like, there's like a huge Asian demographic here, like a huge, like I might be visible minority in aspects in like areas of Vancouver, right? Like this is like a thing. There's like a huge like transplanted like Asian population, and they love to like get their dogs, and they love like the small toy poodles and like this sort of thing, and they love to get them groomed like clockwork, like almost like look at how cute my dog is, and like show off the new haircuts and like shit like this, right? So there is a little bit about that like pretentious ass like culture, and I walked in there like with photos. I'm like uniform, puppy cut, none of this poodle shit, none of this whatever. And what do I get? I get fucking Mr. Shaved Asshole over here. Is what I get. The shaved asshole with the duster tail. It's the toughest of scenes. It's the toughest of scenes.
My dog hates when he gets his cut, like, and then the wind hits his ass, and then he like sits there. He cannot stand the fresh wind, the wind on the fresh cut. Oh my god, he hates it. He looks at me like, "What did you?" I'm not supposed to feel this. Like, buddy, yeah, dingleberries. Get a job. Get a freaking job, brother.
Oh, I love it.
You're a mess.
This is so good.
These freaking doodles, man. I swear.
Yeah. Smart dogs. You're right. T-Bear's right. They are smart dogs, and that's why he's too embarrassed to go to the dog park, because he's smart enough and self-aware enough to know that he looks like an idiot right now. It's
how long till he looks better?
Probably at least a month.
Give it like a week.
Boyan?
Yeah.
Grant?
Sure. Boyan or Clarkson?
Boyan.
I feel like Clarkson.
I like Boyan.
Okay. I like Boyan better than Clarkson too, but Clarkson against the Hawks, I feel like he can score like a quiet 50.
There's not many times I see Boyan with a ceiling over 40. And he's hitting that mark right now. So it's that Charlotte defense really coming into effect.
Yeah. That team. Those games are fun. That game's gonna be fun. Let's run it back. Should we dunk it? I'm getting bored with $5.
You think?
Yeah.
See what we can do.
Guys, you're talking to, I'm not sure if you know this, but I am a former Dunk 2 returns again for the third time.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was so rude of me.
I was just looking to see if that Plumlee diversification would have cost me the title last night, but it looks like I needed 10 and a bit. I needed 10.5, and the upgrade from Plumlee to Jared Allen was only 9 points. So I think I would have come second.
You were close, and he had that. What did he have? Didn't he have Giannis and AD?
That's a good question.
That was the top lineup. RT. I mean, he's a volume player. That's what I was saying in there. Yeah, so he got that. What pick did he take Giannis? I guess it won't tell you. So I'm interested to see.
I imagine Giannis fell to 4 in this draft, and someone thrust LeBron.
That's what I think. That's happened. That happened in some of mine too. Like where he just literally Giannis would one of the top 4 would kind of fall.
Diversification is for the birds, though. Chips,
yeah, Giannis at 4 and AD at 9. So I think it's totally.
Are we taking Embiid here, or are we jumping the shark and standing our ground again?
It's up to you. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Should we get this exposure?
It's very tough I think it's there's swaps you can do that are fine. I think we do Embiid because he's on a tier of himself. So I think if you're sitting there and Embiid does go against this Spurs team, you're likely going to want Embiid. Now, can the same thing that's been happening where he starts out hot or he gets into foul, like it starts out hot, but it's just a blowout, gets into foul trouble. But like Chip said, this Sixer squad, that G League Sixer squad, like can really like allow a team back in that game. And then Embiid needs to come in and play again. So
these are so good. Oh man.
Yo, dog haircut.
Gee.
That was so funny, man. He really did. Like, as soon as we were talking about, I know, man. I was hoping we were going to see that. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Yeah. That's what I immediately saw. He posted that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, YouTube allowed that. They allowed that just to go through. They vetted it.
We have to set up custom filters for that.
No, God.
These are good. Matt, the chat is on one today, man. This is so fun.
Is that a real guy?
It is, sadly.
Backup 5.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you want me to? I'll bring up his plus minus and what we're looking at from Malachi.
Oh man.
Yo, this is actually a good point that Carlos brings up. How often has Mr. Good Boy?
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't.
He never frames up in the camera, and he framed up. You know.
Yeah, he's like I look good.
Guard, not a backup center.
John, does John know emoticum of ball?
No. But he's bad regardless of like, he can get to the rim. You want a guy that can get to the rim. He's getting there at an 80th percentile clip. Now, anything else in his arsenal, he's doing well in the below 10 percentile of the league. So honestly, not an ideal player.
What I would do if I was Pop, I would put him at the 5 because it just
6'5", 180 at the 5. That's who we want.
6'5", 180 at the 5.
A 19-year-old from Ohio State, baby. That's who you want at your 5 guardian. Hey, this is what happens. Okay, hear me out. Picture this. Right before game time, Embiid is playing, and Pop looks at Malachi in the eyes and goes, "Hey, you got Embiid tonight." And he just looks and goes, "What?"
Yeah,
and he's just what? He goes, "It's the only move we have. It's the only.
It's all we got, son. Get out there.
We're fucking dust, man."
I like Sengun tonight. I like.
We took Embiid, so this team's dead anyway.
Dude, I went so high on him, just for him, for everyone else on that Rockets team, including Eric Gordon and the boys, just to go ham. So yeah.
Do we want to take Fred VanVleet this time?
I do. Let's take Freddie. Let's take Freddie away.
I mean, we never ever get Fred VanVleet right. I never get him right. And
now he's foolproof.
If you took like their basically whatever you want, true shooting, estimated plus minus, and you put their the rolling game average for Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, it literally is like one starts down here, one starts up, and then they kind of meet, and then they just swap.
You know what they call that? In Finance Bros term, they call that a golden cross. When the
golden cross has happened.
Yeah, when they cross, that's a golden cross.
Is it a buy signal? Is it a sell signal? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know what's happening.
That's the thing. That's normally a buy signal, but
all right. Well, then I'm buying Pascal Siakam. That's all I know.
A hot Fred VanVleet against Houston. What can go wrong? What can go wrong?
There's been a lot of people in the industry, and you can talk and look up things about. I mean, Freddie should someone they should kind of like capitalize and just like trade. Like, there's some players on there they could capitalize on trade, and Fred's someone that's
OG's gone for sure.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Fred,
if he wasn't hurt.
I thought Fred is going to be a free agent soon. If someone can look me up, but maybe it's not. But like Fred, if you just listening to like certain people and then kind of doing my own deep dive, Fred would fit Houston. Now Houston's garbage and they wouldn't make the trade, but they have like the assets. He would fit Houston and just facilitate that so perfectly. So it's like, on today's show, Josh, when this goes, and here comes the showcase game for Fred VanVleet, and it's just so funny, like because they're just the Raptors they're just going to continue to roll with what they have. Yeah, they're exactly.
Yeah.
So there's like, hey, you see what you like, what you see.
Favorite Scrolly F down in the 6th round, Numi.
I would say from the in the 6th, or like basically someone that's not being drafted.
Oh my God, Paul, you son of a.
I like Ayton still.
I think Paulo against the T-Wolves seems good.
Yeah. Especially if they get no Gobert.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, it makes going to the rim much easier.
Exactly.
It'll make that aspect of it easier. So because he lives down there.
He's been a generational rim protector for 7 years or whatever.
Yeah, which was the reason why we thought, maybe adding him to a team that already had a 7-foot center wasn't there. Anyway, let's see.
Okay, I'll scroll down.
Favorite. My favorite kind of guys down there, are Bojan. I like Bojan a lot. He's in that 34 range. Jeremy Grant is still popping regardless of the concussion. That's a fun Q tag play you could play, because that's the thing. You could take Jeremy Grant if he is in the 6th, and then basically when you get more information, we actually just got Jeremy Grant available to play. So
that's nice. Jeremy Grant is in a really nice spot tonight, and I like that. I think Jeremy Grant just became my favorite 6th round pick.
Yes, and that kind of hampers the Dame talk. Not obviously much, but like it just there's more another cog in the wheel basically to go around. So he's not just gonna Dame can still just do Dame things. So don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, and he's been on one recently. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's say Grant, Bojan, the TJ McConnell is
Clarkson is fun. Gary Trent is fun.
Okay. Yeah, Gary Trent, just as like we can never get the Raptors right. Why can't it be Gary Trent night?
Why not be the cheapest one that gets you like a 30 plus minutes a game all the time?
I mean, Precious is that exact same narrative, except for he has to battle Sengun, which isn't amazing.
Yeah. PJ Washington, fun one.
Yeah, he brought up Kiwi brought up PJ Washington, I think. This is one that I want to ask about. The Maxi play, if Embiid doesn't go, the fact that his ADP is 35.7, getting ahead of that because he might be one of the dominant swaps for Embiid later in the day. So having some 6th round exposure to someone who can be swapped makes a lot of sense to me, because like we forget that 1st round pick is still missing a 1st round pick when you swap somebody in. So getting ahead of a swap, even if that player is highly owned, still matters, right?
Yeah, and without Joel Embiid, which is we have a pretty good sample on that this season. It's Maxey gets a 3.5% usage bump and 0.10% points. So
look at the boys. Look at the boys watching the show. We just highlighted all 3 of these guys as 6th round pick, and it just goes Grant, Eason, Bojan,
Malik Monk.
I know. I was just gonna say, man. I wanted to
get
that in, but you guys are talking good ball. I'm a big fan of Malik Monk against the Pacers.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, and the thing I wanted to point out that I put in the chat was without De'Aaron Fox. So
that was a dunk too.
Yeah,
so
bro.
they're out Fox. Yeah, they're out Fox tonight. So they Munkett's the biggest usage bump to a 30% usage player. So really fun pick, really fun name, especially in the full court press. I will say
that's a fun name, Jalen Duren. Just getting that, I think that's a really fun name to throw out there, Toffee. I think that's sharp. The beef stew has not been boiling. It has not been brewing recently. The stew has not been cooking in the slow cooker.
It's turned into gelatin. It's gelatinous now. It's
my God,
nasty.
Gelatinous beef stew.
You know what I'm talking. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When
I know exactly.
The fat it just solidifies.
It's been sitting in the
Instant Pot
for too long.
Wait, let's get this pick 'em slip. We've been talking good ball.
Beef has technically been the better player.
So we have we wanted Hallie. We wanted the Hallie over.
Lunch. This is kind of a fun one too. Your boy.
That's my boy.
Kevin Herter.
No, the only thing about Kevin is what minutes are we going to get? I expect him to go up. I agree with you. The minutes that we have around the industry are 29, 32, and 30. But if you just look at him, I mean, he's 12 and 15 the last 2 games. So yikes.
Yeah.
18 minutes in the last game.
Okay, so it wasn't. But it wasn't.
He was hurt though, right? He was legit hurt 3 or 4 games ago, and then he came back. Or did he just have a random off game? He wasn't actually hurt. Okay,
maybe he was.
I'm shooting out of my ass.
All right, we want to do a pick 'em, huh?
Yeah. Let's pick him.
Higher or lower?
Yeah. So we like the Tyrese Halliburton higher on the fantasy points.
Oh yeah, we do. Ali revenge narrative. Let's put it in there.
And I kind of love. Yeah. Just heart Hallie because we want to take his higher.
Are we doing a 5 or a 3?
I don't care.
I think I don't know. We
can do a 5, but I also like.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's only my money.
Yeah, I just say 3s are also. We can give out a 3 too. Boyan over fantasy points seems pretty juicy at 31.85 against that team.
Love it.
And low key, man, Kevin Herter's fantasy points is set at 24.75 without Fox. I don't know, Jim.
I'd prefer Monk.
Yeah,
I would too, and Monk's
gone.
there. Damn. All right. Well, maybe just don't touch it then. It's fine.
And I'm assuming they don't have Harden up there yet. Oh, they do, but they don't have fantasy points. Smart. What's Şengün at, huh?
Well, Şengün is at 41 fantasy points. What's up with the boards there? 10 rebounds against the Raptors. You think are we thinking easy double for him tonight?
No.
Yeah.
Precious.
Precious.
If it was Siakam,
Precious is a block there.
If Siakam's playing the 5 and they played smaller like they were earlier in the year, I think he's easy for the boards. But now that they got Precious out there, I don't know. It just feels less likely. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what
I feel like Alperen Şengün translates to double.
Carlos, this is not financial advice, my friend.
Yeah, dude. I felt bad about the quarter we put on.
Only chat was right yesterday.
I was right.
No, we got the Miles Turner. We got the Miles Turner.
Yeah, thank you.
Stocks. Miles Turner stocks. We got it.
Yeah, you're welcome. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 5 ain't bad.
And I don't know who finished tied for 10th in hoops last night. Was it?
You were 13th. You were 13th.
Was it Newt? Okay.
Take those 3 spots out of those accolades. All right. I think we can probably do one more. If we got people putting $75 on these, we can't put 5 together. I'm gonna feel...
yeah. We gotta.
Doesn't feel good.
What is Ants in that?
Fortunate for you, Chad. Give us another one then.
Edwards is 45 fantasy points.
Yeah, it's probably right at him.
But
don't love it.
What if we go...
Keldon? What about Keldon? We've been talking about Keldon all the time. 33. This is a fucking lock of the century.
Not financial advice, but this has no fucking shot of not hitting.
This is the lock of the century. 25 beans.
All right, let me get on here.
Hallie on the revenge game. Boyan over 31 in a fast pace-up spot. Second highest total on the slate. Keldon Johnson out shooting.
Hurry up. Underdog made a mistake with these lines. Hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up and get it. Share your picks. Link.
Let's go.
Copied.
This Underdog NBA notification of Hallie in, but on 20-minute restriction is gonna just gut me tonight once that is.
That would make no sense for him to be in and on a minute restriction. That would be the absolute just most NBA thing I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Oh, we got news. We got news.
What?
Okay, so Dennis Smith probable. Okay, Cody Martin ruled out. Okay, we don't have
2K for
Gordon
12
Hayward
game
or
bet
anyone.
at cowards. I love it.
Jesus, I don't think I could sleep.
We're getting Charlotte right now.
Over LaMelo rebounds plus assists. I kind of like that.
Charlotte news is pouring in. You think we're gonna get something else?
The what?
So it is, yeah. So I'm just saying it seems like we're getting Charlotte.
Chris,
I'm projecting right now. I hope it doesn't happen.
I was like, you see that? I was like, what?
No, you're about to see it. I think ball gets
gosh,
downgraded
no.
to a Q tag right now.
Please no. Dude, did you see my mic? Has you guys seen this mic over the last 10 minutes just fall? Like, what is going on?
It's just floating.
It's just
the screws are a little loose on your mic, just like they are in all of our heads.
Oh god. Oh brother.
I fucking really want to go to the Super Bowl, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at tickets last night. Had a couple wobblies after our hockey game, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know, maybe."
I need Bria to finagle a brand deal. Who's like the biggest? Who's the biggest sponsor of the Super Bowl?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Okay,
I think it's Pepsi because Pepsi halftime show or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. What we try to do if there's big events we want to go to, this is a little tip. If you got any influencer, significant others out there, see who the biggest sponsor.
All of us with influencers.
See who the biggest sponsor is of the event that you want to go to. Shoot him an email. Hey, I'm Nez on Twitter, and I do streams for Underdog. Send me to the Super Bowl, Pepsi, and I'll drink a Pepsi on a video, and boom.
Dude, are you kidding me? Let's do this. Badge Bros, Pepsi. I could have Pepsi instead of the coffee right here.
Could you imagine we come out here just fully decked out in Pepsi gear? Like if I
are we taking Embiid at 3? We have to, right? God,
Yeah.
I hate this so much. I might just not draft until we get Embiid out.
Oh, fun! We're not probably gonna get that with Mr. Glenn at the helm of that team. We're not gonna be getting that news.
Right, that's a good point.
So, be right back.
Yeah, they are renowned for the late one, but
Mr. Glenn Antone.
We could for sure do that. We could for sure do a little product placement. Put the can down.
Is he going to get a? There's no way, right? There's no way he's going to get a Pepsi right now, right?
Honestly,
and he's going to come back and just be like this. He's going to come back and there's going to be a Pepsi on the screen. He's going to come back. It's good.
Apple's the halftime sponsor this year. There you go.
Oh, hey, Apple.
Yeah.
There
you go. Yeah. Hey, look what we're doing. Hey, look, product placement. Apple. There you go, guys.
It's like, I can show you my AirPod. Oh, Apple. Hey, look, Apple.
Siakam night. I like it, Chad. I think Siakam night makes a lot of sense just in terms of the price point in our drafts too. It seems like good value.
Yeah, 100%. In terms of my my sheet that I have here, he is the highest.
Trey plus Embiid. Let's roll.
Yeah, he's the highest star highest in ADP. That's the biggest difference in terms of
value ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a nice fun one to know.
I would say my three favorite ADP. Okay, I'll say 4 actually. My 4 favorite ADP versus ceiling bro science picks on the slate right now. Sengun, Siakam, Porzingis, Keldon Johnson. What do you think about those four?
1, 2, 3. Those are 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5 on my sheet. So yes, I agree. Porzingis is not, but that's just because they just don't have him. I don't know. I like Porzingis as a bro science one, but yeah, I agree with you. I think Porzingis
third round Sengun feels so good right now.
Yeah, no, it does. And his last game too, he didn't smash. He didn't absolutely smash it and do what he did against the Thunder. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't do it with them, but yeah, I like it a lot. Now, granted, it is on the lower total of games, but it's still 225.5. So that's still like a good enough total. But I mean, when you just look at the other games, there's more points to go in these other ones. But
Yo, I got it. This is a really good point. Walker Kessler is getting thrust up heavily right now based on his box score from last game. He played the Raptors. That is the blueprint and the case study of how a 5 dominates the Raptors. Sengun tonight.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
No, let's that correlation to me is just like makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
It's too logical.
Walker, MF, and Kessler, man. Like, come on. Come on.
Like, what did Kessler do last game? 17, 14, 1, 1, 7 blocks.
He had 6 first half stocks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a fun thing. Me and Chad are chatting back and forth. He goes, I like Kessler. I'm like, Walker Kessler? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude's projected to be the whatever. He's not going to get it. Like he'll literally have. I'm like, he'll have to run hot. Like good. I'm like, good luck. He doesn't project well for me. He goes, yeah, no, it's thin, but I'm just thinking about it. And that's all of a sudden when he had all those lineups where if he just would have swapped to Kessler or Reed, he literally takes the contest down by like 30 points. I just sit back and I'm like, I'm never. And then yesterday with his Spidey senses tingling with Steph, he called it right again. Like just. You want to get what the script is. Chad has it. So
Chad's got the script.
Yeah.
We need Chad's
he's Arian Foster out here in the NBA hoop streets.
Kuzma kind of stands out to me as like a little bit above this tier. And then I don't want to say my next one out loud just in case it doesn't come back,
Yeah, I like Kuz. I like Kuz a lot.
What was my
not
comp?
a lot. I like Kuz. He's a fine pick there. It's not so.
This was my comp. This was my comp. Did I say this already?
Probably not.
The Wizards and the Raptors are the same team. Okay? And I say this because we can never get right between Beal, Kuz, and Porzingis. Who's it going to be that night? And we never get it right between Barnes, Fred VanVleet, and OG and Pascal.
Okay. Maybe they're more similar to this year. So you want to do your boy Keldon again, or who do you want to do?
Yeah, that was who I wanted to come back.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe they're more similar.
No one knew you wanted him.
But comparing those, I mean, no, they're the farthest thing away in terms of just anything. The Raptors play their guys at like the Nick Nurse minutes, so. Like you get that, you don't have the same minutes for them boys out in Washington. Washington is not like great, although Toronto hasn't been like they've been awful themselves. But I mean, I just
comp too far. I'm just saying in terms of
getting them right.
Know who it's going to be getting it right each night. There's like 3 pieces, and the same thing applies with the Bulls.
Toronto has more though. Toronto has more extra pieces that can still.
Okay.
You know
then I compare the Wizards to the Bulls now. Forget Toronto.
There you go.
Toronto
That's a
out
good
of your
comp.
mind.
That's a good.
There we go.
I like that.
Yeah, 2 trash ass teams with fantasy relevant players. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, 3 guys that can be the highest scorer any given night.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's Chip just said the exact same thing in the thing. 3-man guys that there you go. So is this true, Terrence? That Sengun's not a big shot block guy?
That's what they want you to believe.
That's what the people I think we're gonna start eating this belief.
He's an 87th percentile in the league for blocks this year. Sure.
Surely he's not averaging nearly 2 in the last 10.
Yeah, surely he isn't averaging 3.7 blocks per year. Surely.
Oh my god, he's actually a prolific shot blocker.
Yeah,
That's the goat. That is the goat.
Oh no,
it's unbelievable.
That one was off. I'm normally on
his vertical is negative, so that means he doesn't shot. Did you see the block shot that he had on Shea that night ago? I mean, goodness gracious, Terrence, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. That was good.
Before we go, this is probably my last draft here.
Sure.
You got to play the big ass shotgun clip. It's in the StreamYard DMs. It's literally like 5 seconds. It's one line of a song, but like if you just search on Twitter, if you go in your Twitter search bar, if it still works for you because that site is just dead as shit, if you just search big ass shotgun, and it's just all that quote, big ass shotgun, look like Lauri Markkanen, just hundreds of tweets of everybody saying it because it's such a hilarious line. It's like, who compares a big gun to Lauri Markkanen? But then you look at him, he's like, yeah, I could probably like put him on my shoulder and like and take down some clay pigeons. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Christopher's catching the drift, man. That's the cover boy for a reason.
I just want to say, I agree. I love Sabonis. He's popping. He's already a 1.3 fantasy point per minute player without Fox. For a decent sample, I think it was now 200, 300 minutes, small, still whatever. He stays the same usage and gets a 0.03%. He's not this guy that just all of a sudden now in a small sample, sample. I can get the whole. I guess I could get last year's and everything in there too. That might change it, but he doesn't just fully shoot up. But that being said, I love him I love him tonight. The matchup is great. I still always love Sabonis. I'm just trying to caution that he doesn't just get this like all of a sudden 20.2% bump and like extra 5% usage. Now, before I say that. And now, as I said that, I'm going to go check like last year's and this year's with the Kings, and he's going to get like a giant bump in his head. But
that makes sense, though. I don't think he would just like all of a sudden be like a ball dominator. I know.
And he was giving us the fake time bank sweat, like he was going to go rogue there and give us Sabonis at the 5.
Do we want to go Melo?
I was gonna say, okay, we can do Melo or Harden. We could
maybe Harden.
Exactly, Chip.
We could do the Harden narrative of like Embiid doesn't go, and then we do this, or we can do Melo. Let's do this. We already did a Melo team.
Yeah. I think Harden, get a little hedge. Yeah. Love a good hedge.
All right, so
I think if you build like logically going forward, like just with the thesis of your own team, then we're just good. You know what I mean? Like. It doesn't matter what that narrative is necessarily, just as long as you have it in your mind. Ant or Porzingis?
I think
Ant feels like a tear break.
I mean,
Ant does feel like a tear break.
This is usage. This year and last year. This is 700 minutes, 2,000 minutes for Davion Mitchell, 1,500 for Barnes. So pretty good sample.
Okay.
He gets he's down there, a 1% usage bump and 0.03 minutes.
Right. So negligible.
So it's like, that's all I want to caution is like, I agree. I love Sabonis. I'm going to have a lot of them. He's a clip, but it's not like it's, so he has that, but it's just, that would also, if his rate would jump, would also go with his fantasy point per minute bump. And that's not getting that big of one. So.
Holy shit, dude.
60% Tari Eason, let's go.
Is Eason about it? Is Eason just a big ass white guy too? Like, is it just
no, he is not. No, he is not. Des, he is not.
Tari Eason. Yeah, he is. Des. In your heart, he is.
He sounds if he feels like Şengün Sabonis, like I feel like but he's not. I just googled him. No, you could pick him out of a lineup. Not the same.
Sorry, sit a big ass. That's good. That's like when I thought Jalen Brunson was a 5.
No, you thought Jalen Brunson was a 5?
Like at the beginning of the year, before I was like, I didn't even know who he was and got traded and stuff.
I became 5'11".
He didn't get traded. He signed with the Knicks.
Or signed. Whatever.
There's a big difference.
He got already beaten down enough.
Yeah. Let me throw myself under the bus here, Numi. Don't pile on.
Hoops guy thought Jalen Brunson was a 5.
Hey, listen. The ROI don't lie. He's a hoops guy. He's a
when
hoops
they're
guy.
when they're on the spreadsheet, they're all exactly one column high. They're all the same height, buddy. One column by
That's
one
hilarious.
row.
I don't have a height column. If you want me to put a height column out there, I can make them
One column by one row, my friend. They're just they're all just chess pieces to old John Boy.
As a wise man once said, look at them like chess pieces.
All right.
Andy's got quite the auto drafting, man.
Yeah, he's got that
and he's got ranks too. Like, come on, bud.
Yeah.
Quit being such a sweat lord and just make your goddamn picks.
No, that's great, dude. You get the people that auto draft that don't go on autopilot. That it's like
we haven't had
one draft is taking 10 years and the other one's
Miles Turner. The Miles Turner absolutely destroys. Okay,
let's take Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
We haven't taken him yet, and we got a little drop on him. We haven't taken him. If you're gonna take him and get some exposure, I think this is the time to do it. Like, I don't want to thrust him up and take him at ADP. He's kind of like DeMar DeRozan in my mind, where it's like I'm never gonna be overweight to him, but like when he falls a bit, I'll kind of buy it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been playing some good ball too. I will say he looked really nice against the. Well, he didn't finish with too many fantasy points, but he had a nice start against the Nets. He had this sick little little behind the bag with the 3. Like, so he's
nice.
He's always a guy that can
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they freaking were just. I mean, they put in they recalled people from the G League quick. Like, yo, can you get here for the 4th? Like, Christ.
I think it's Kuzma here. I mean, we could flip the build a little bit and mix in like somebody lower down, but I think it's Kuzma.
Either Kuzma or Terry.
I like Kuzma.
Did Scotty Barnes go already? Jeez.
I just I have this mental block about taking Terry when Melo's in for whatever reason. And it's stupid because he balled the F out the last couple games. But I don't know. I just have a Terry Rozier.
He's still gonna get
broken
his.
brain.
He's still gonna get his. He still has the he's the second high or not second high, but I mean he's the second most predominant ball handler on that team. So Melo's not in there. Melo gets ejected. Melo fouls out. Which are with Melo seem to be not likely, but frequent occurrences with Melo. So you add that in there, and he still just projects well on paper. Spreadsheet versions like him. I mean, he's not gonna pop at that price. He's going to be average with it, but against Detroit, second highest total game, just seems not like a terrible click. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely merit in it, right? The one thing I was thinking though with Melo, when you said he gets ejected like that, he's kind of in and out of the lineup and this sort of thing. If you had to be hey, these are the number one assets to build your team around in the NBA from a raw skill standpoint and that sort of thing, I think Melo would probably be in the conversation given his age and his skill set as a top 15 asset in the NBA. But he just feels like a guy I would never want to build a winning franchise around.
Who is that again? LaMelo?
Melo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He is a weird piece to build a franchise around, but you can't. Those hypothetical conversations. There's no one player in the NBA you can just build a team around one player. It takes 2 superstars to win a championship. But he does seem like who would you pair him with? I guess is take it a step further and a hypothetical. Who's the perfect star to pair with LaMelo? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, me neither.
Spot up shooters, guys that don't want the ball, that are okay with him having the ball the entire game.
Clay.
Do you want to? Yeah, I literally was just thinking Clay.
Bridges.
Yeah, take your boy, man.
He's my boy, man.
And
I've been clicking his name for a month.
Brown.
Yeah,
it's been working out for you. But yeah,
a little game correlation.
He's the only one that can score on that team right now at just a consistent clip.
Pick one.
Monk.
Umi.
Shoot. Monk. Yeah, Monk. I mean, Plumlee is interesting there, but Monk.
Plumlee's off my board after last night.
He's on the list.
Chip.
He's on the list. Cross him off the naughty boys list. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, LaMelo isn't serious. I get that vibe. Like he's like an Instagram celebrity. Like he's like
he has money.
You know, he's
just getting more money.
Well, yeah, I mean they're all like that. But like it's for me, it's like he's like celebrity first, basketball player second. Like he's the inverse of what Kobe was. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be famous more than he wants to be. He wants to be famous more than he wants to be like a quality league winning, put a guy in the ground basketball player. You know what I mean? Like I just get that vibe with him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just their team is garbage. It's basically him and Mason Plumlee that are the only ones really adding expected wins and have an estimated plus minus that's plus. Like everyone else is just they literally hurt them by being on the court, and those are people that are playing like all the time for them. So it's just they're not great.
Chip,
they're
a bad
team.
Your goddamn tongue. There will be no AI slander on this show. AI is the GOAT, man. AI wanted to absolutely put people in the ground. Like he was a fierce competitor. Like maybe he was swaggy as hell off the court and loved that kind of like hybrid rap lifestyle and loved his shoe game and loved that sort of stuff. But like AI would just like AI would pick you up at half court if he needed to pick you up at half court. Melo would be like, nah, we playing 2-3 zone. Like that's what I'm talking. That's the difference, right? Right there.
Hey,
bet my life.
Oh no.
Hey guys, come to the show and I break news an hour before it happens. God, what a fucking layup that was. All right, guys, these games don't have to be hard.
All right, can we watch the clip? Can we show everybody the clip?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my bad. Here I was coming in for the late night hammer of ending the show. Holy smokes, John. I'm so bad at this. What am I doing? There we go.
It's in the StreamYard chat.
Man. Melo is a Britney Spears.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Put some respect on Britney Spears.
Whoa, our boy went to the Bucks game last night. Left when they were down 20 in the third. Never leave early. Never leave early. It's the Cardinal rule. That damn LA traffic, right? Oh, man.
John, find the clip.
Okay, fine. I'm having too much fun with the chat.
The chat wants to see it.
Yeah. All right. Clip. Private chat. Twitter.
Share screen.
All right, here we go.
4-second clip.
Can you hear it?
No, why can't I? Damn it. It has to be heard. It's a great line. All right. I think
Hold on. I can make it work.
Do we trust him?
Do 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 do.
All right.
Did you? Is it dust?
It's not happening.
It's dust. Favorite time of the show.
This shit fell on its face. I don't think I can hear it. Can you guys hear it when I crank it?
No.
And like put it on the speakers or no?
No, dude. Oh. It's over.
I don't know why you can't.
Dream's dead. Dream's dead.
We tried.
Roll the fucking clip, man.
Just Nez is gonna retweet it. Go follow at Nez Takes on Twitter. Go have a good time. Oh, we retweeted it. All right.
There you go. Yeah, see, Paul, this is an old guys classic. Like, gotta beat traffic, leaving the game. Like, no, gotta stay to the bitter end. One time, Nikki and I were at a Mariners game, and it was like 11-1, and I was like, we were driving back to Vancouver that night, so it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours from Seattle, and it was just like No. We're staying till the end of this game, sweetheart. Like this is for staying.
It's like that state, or that's like that progressive commercial, or whatever commercial was just like, it's like, so if it's out of hand and we leave, it's like, let's not talk about leaving the game before we even enter the stadium. It's like when you start being your parents, it's just it's so funny.
Max Sauce. I'm glad somebody in the chat knows ball. Max Sauce knows what I'm talking about.
Knows what you're talking about with the clip?
Yeah, he knows the song, and he knows it's Sada Baby.
What's the actual song?
Who is Sada Baby?
Yeah,
is that a name?
Block Party with an X over the C. Little gang affiliated song title, never hurt nobody.
Holy shit. All right. Okay, guys, this is fun. Yeah, Chip, I guess you missed the cold open there because there is a football contest coming next Friday to add to all the beautiful stuff that's in there. Hey, I haven't asked all show because it was Friday. We're just hanging out. We're just broing out. We totally forgot. Do us a favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out the door. We still got 55 of us hanging out in here. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, sponsored by Pepsi.
Pepsi.
The chat is on one today.
We need you. I need to start drinking.
No,
Pepsi.
did we tell Nez it's sponsored, or GA said it was Apple? It was the Apple halftime show.
Oh yeah, it is Apple Music. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, damn it. See, Pepsi would sponsor us. Apple is too big for their goddamn britches. They wouldn't do it to it. They wouldn't
That's
do it
true.
For us.
Yeah, they would just make us buy a new fucking charger on the way to the show. They just
yeah.
Hey, yeah, that one doesn't fit your phone anymore, sir. Here's another charger that you're gonna have to pay $85.
Yeah, here's another one. Oh, good. Yeah,
$1,500 phone you just bought.
That'll be 50. It's like, what? You're not giving me anything? Like, no. And they hand out a little phone swiper thing. It's like, swipe it now. that'd be cash. That'd be debit or credit. It's like, what? Oh man.
Newbie lost me. All right, let's
I have my own jokes, man.
Oh no!
Watch everybody playing the hoops this evening, this weekend, that sort of thing. Start filling those NFL contests. We'll be talking a lot of ball next week. Try and line up some smart football people coming in here to talk the big game next week. On behalf of myself, Numi, Nez, this is everybody's favorite time of the show. PGA coming soon. The end. Peace.